I'm actually really nervous about making this video because of how damning and damaging it could result in. And I've been very distraught for the past 24 hours, to say the least. It's been a rough one, and I will tell you that what I'm experiencing is probably like not even 1% of what Teal Swan is experiencing and her entire team, and probably everyone else that I know and is affiliated with her retreats. Anyway, so for most people that are watching this, they were probably going to be confused. I was featured in a documentary, if you want to call it that. I wouldn't characterize it as a documentary. It was more of a hit piece, and my face and my voice was featured in one of the episodes, and it was mischaracterized. And I'm not the type of person that just lies down and lets people use my good name, my face, my image, my likeness, my property, essentially, and without asserting my rights and defending myself. That's just not going to happen. And I'm just shocked by all the events, and I'm going to do a longer video, and I'm going to cut point by point by point of how it's, fake and fraudulent. And someone that edits videos, I know how easy it is to manipulate and twist the facts with taking different audio and splicing it up underneath with different visuals and creating a narrative. I went to journalism school. I took ethics and morals class, and which I did very well in. And like, we did a whole piece about morals and ethics in our in journalism for broadcast, and we talked about bias and all that good stuff, and how you gotta not make sensational news. But this was clear a hit piece, and if anyone has been following my stuff from the beginning, and I hope that you watched my Rumble videos, all of them, then you would know what I'm about to say is true, which is the media, as it stands, if it's mainstream, they do not want people healthy. They do not want people happy. They do not want people empowered. So anything that's going to be to the contrary, they're gonna rip that down to shreds. But let's move on. Let's just watch. I spliced together pieces that I'm in of the video, and we can watch this together. It's really upsetting. Okay, that's me right there. This is my bun. That is my face. Those are my eyebrows. This, at the time, I was dyeing my hair black. Now I have a little bit of blonde streaks in it, but that's kind of neither here nor there. So here I am here as well. That's me. That's my nose. Those are my ears.
Things fall apart because they were not true to you. Things fall apart because they were not true to you.
Check out the color of my nails right
now?
here. There's me again.
Level to it.
Okay. So this is a ceremony that I participated in, and without getting into too much detail, it was awesome. I felt like it was incredibly powerful and transformative, but it wasn't for everyone, and not everyone participated in that, which we'll go over. But the way that they framed this particular scene, you'll see, you'll see. So this is a woman named Sabrina here, and it looks crazy, but you're basically doing a water breath exercise, which is kind of like a rebirth exercise, and you're healing sort of that wound of being born, as far as I gathered. And you basically do breath work, and then you jump in and out of the water, and you scream underneath the water, and you come up, you breathe again, you scream underneath the water until the point where you're exhausted and everyone carries you out. And I thought it was an amazing thing, and you'll see how awesome it was for me in the end. So this is a lady named Sabrina. Look, check out her face. There's Teal. That's me saying I love you. So while I was watching this back, I said to myself, oh my God, Sabrina said I love you too. I said I love you. Cut to, that's my face. That's my nail polish. That's my mole underneath my chin. See, check the mole there. That's my mole. That's my nail polish that you saw earlier. Okay, that's me. Those are my perfect eyebrows. You know, I take pride in these things. That's my nose. See, look at that. I'll show you my mole. There's my mole. Let's see if we can scrub it back so you can see my mole again. See, there's the mole right there. There it is. There's her mole. That's the mole, same mole. That's, you know, it's obviously me. But the way they cut it made it seem like it was this girl right here. Bastards. Anyways, but that's my opinion. There we go. I love you. That's me. Teal Swan is a wonderful person. I had an amazing experience. I'm completely incensed by everything that's going on. It's incredibly upsetting that they would mischaracterize her and make everyone seem like they're in a cult, which is the furthest thing from the truth. And let's move on to my lawsuit. So here comes the law part of it. Okay. So we saw that. All right, from the desk of. Now, some of you have seen this before already. I, a woman, Silvana Caradona, hereinafter referred to as Respondent, responding only to protect respondents' rights and interests in regards to the Deep End series on Hulu and Freeform of the year 2022. Respondent is only responding as a bona fide owner of my image, likeness, name, and good reputation, pursuant to respondent's inalienable right of enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property. Yes, my body, my likeness, my face, my words, my voice, that's my property. It's not yours. And pursuing and obtaining safety and happiness in accordance with the Nevada State Constitution and clearly established laws of the state of Nevada. This particular scene was filmed in Nevada. I apologize. I'm really upset. So notice, Bit Sola, who is the producer whom I spoke to for nearly an hour on the phone, video, I think we did it YouTube. She might have recorded it on the phone for quite a long time. Did I say YouTube? On like Zoom or something. We had a video. Maybe we talked through video, so it could have been on WhatsApp or Zoom or Skype or one of those apps. Bits, Sola, John Caspi, Tom Yellen, Gabriel Tenenbaum, and I might add Frederick Shanahan and Dan Duran, because those were the editors of the series. Okay, cease and desist, theft, duress, violation of my substantive right to privacy. Dear those four, respondent has personal knowledge of all matters stated herein and asseverate. Respondent's private property, video, audio, images, and likeness were used under false pretenses, and respondent will testify in open court against you. Bit Sola, John Caspi, Tom Yellen, Gabriel Tenenbaum, under the penalty of perjury to support my claim. Respondent's private property, video, and audio, images, and likeness were used in episode 3 in Carousel C on Hulu and Freeform, and respondent will testify in open court against you. Okay, I already said that. All right. Respondent attended Teal Swan's Curveball event in April of 2021 in the geographical region known as Las Vegas, Nevada. So this is just a rough draft. Obviously, I'm going to change this, some of it, but Again, I've been working all night. I'm super tired. It's after 10 p.m. on a Sunday. This is the last thing I want to be doing, but here I am. I can't sleep until I sort of have some sort of resolve about this. This is defamatory, and it could lead. Well, I'm going to read the rest. My thoughts, feelings, opinions, and emotions about this are irrelevant. My thoughts, feelings, and opinions on some of the attendees are, like Sabrina, for example, are irrelevant. All that matters is what the facts are, what the truth is, and what we can prove. And generally, you can prove the truth. So, moving on. I shared a house with Blake and Juliana during the entirety of the event in April in Las Vegas. This is me. Okay, I viewed the Deep End episodes 2, 3, and 4 on June 11th, 2022, and I've been incredibly emotionally disturbed and distraught by the criminal, slanderous, libelous mischaracterization of events the respondent witnessed and has personal firsthand knowledge in. The people involved with making this film, committed fraud and defamed my good name and character by using respondent's image, likeness, face, and voice during the end of the episode of the carousel while respondent was crying and saying, "I love you." Those three, okay, I'm not going to keep saying their names, committed fraud and defamed my good name and character by using my image and likeness 4 more times during the episode. It could have been more, actually. I'll go back to look at that. They committed fraud. Yes, okay, I said that already. Okay. You defame my good name to manipulate the facts by asserting that I'm a part of a cult. Not all attendees of the Kerbal Retreat participated in all the healing modalities. Not one woman or man was forced or coerced in any way to do anything, including but not limited to the water ritual featured in episode 3, The Carousel. You, Bit Sola, John Caspi, Tom Yellen, Gabriel Tenenbaum, has put respondent in harm's way by associating her as a cult follower and grossly misrepresenting Teal Swan's retreats and teachings. You, Bit Sola, John Caspi, Tom Yellen, Gabriel Tenenbaum has knowingly put respondent in harm's way due to the well-known fact that Teal Swan has death threats, and anyone whom is close or to her or affiliated with her is by proxy in danger physically and or emotionally through internet harassment. You, John Caspi, Tom Yellen, Gabriel Tenenbaum, and all of your associates have no jurisdiction, no legal standing, no interest, and no personal knowledge in any manner concerning respondent or respondent's private property, which is my image, voice, and likeness. You do not have any contracts with me. You have no obligation contract. I don't have an obligation contract with you. I don't have a performance or employment contract with you, and you cannot determine anything about me, and to do so you would need my explicit written consent. They're trespassing and administering my private property without right. They're perpetrating fraud, constructive fraud, and criminal gross negligence against my property. Again, my body's my property. My voice is my property. Okay. So here are some of the crimes that you have committed. These are federal crimes. 18 U.S. Code 241, conspiracy against rights. 18 Code subsection 1341, frauds and swindles. Whoever having devised or intended to devise any scheme or artifice to defraud for obtaining money or property by means of false or fraudulent pretenses to sell or distribute in any way, which is what they did. They took my video under false pretenses saying that like X, Y, and Z and talk a good game about how much they think that Teal Swan's teachings are so amazing and so wonderful and they can't wait to share it with the world, and then they go on and they just completely mischaracterize everything and make her look like an evil person, which is the furthest from the truth. And that little video that you just saw of her being sweet and gentle and loving and saying that you know what I mean? Like, that was my experience, was a sweet, gentle woman trying to help people. I'm upset. I'm obviously upset. Okay. So, 18 U.S. Code 1001. Statements or entries generally. Except as otherwise provided in this section, whoever in any manner within the jurisdiction of the executive, legislative, knowingly and willfully falsifies, conceals, or covers up by any trick, scheme, or device a material fact, makes any material false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement or representation, makes or uses any false writing or document knowing the same to contain any material, false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement or entry. Imprisonment shall not be more than 8 years. Okay, here's your Nevada state crimes. Ready? NRS 598, deceptive trade practices. Look it up. NRS 205.340, sale or creation of security interest in my personal property. Swindling credit by false representations, false written statements to obtain property or credit, multiple transactions involving fraud or deceit in course of enterprise or occupation, obtaining and using personal identifying information. Common law crimes: conspiracy, constructive fraud, defamation, duress, fraud, infliction of emotional distress, and invasion of privacy. Respondent does not have a contract, nor can living souls have a contract with a fictional entity like Freeform Corporation or Hulu, a limited liability corporation. You, Bit Sola, John Caspi, Tom Yellen, Gabriel Tenenbaum, and any film crew associated with you by being in proximity to Respondent during a retreat does not give you the right to automatically use my image, likeness, voice, or in any video or photographic reproduction for your own personal gain. There is no contract with Respondent's name, initials, or wet ink signature. To force people into a contract is involuntary servitude. Article 1, Section 17, slavery and involuntary servitude prohibited, clearly stated in the Constitution of the State of Nevada. You, Bit Sola, John Caspi, Tom Yellen, Gabriel Tenenbaum are to cease and desist in all matters concerning Respondent and Respondent's property and remove them from all or any episodes. Failure to cease and desist in all matters concerning Respondent and Respondent's property will result in a claim for damages against you, Bits Sola, John Caspi, Tom Yellen, Gabriel Tenenbaum, when you fail to provide evidence of an obligation, contract, an interest performance contract involving the property commonly known as Silvana Caradona. Respondent will seek substantial redress against you, Bits Sola, John Caspi, Tom Yellen, Gabriel Tenenbaum, in monetary damages of the full value of my fee schedule where my rights were violated for reproducing my property, audio and visual images, perpetrating false and fraudulent claims against Respondent and Respondent's property. See attached fee schedule. I am a woman, Silvana Caradona, will testify to all herein in open court executed this 12th day of the 6th month in the year of our Lord and Savior 2022. Okay. Again, this is just a rough draft. I can make this better. Don't you worry. Here's my fee schedule. So for photographing me, $900,000. Fraud, $250,000. Obtaining property under false pretenses, you absolutely did that, $1 million. Impersonation, $10 million. If you don't like my fees, don't do business with me. How about for me for showing up in court? For me to volunteer, it's $500 an hour. Doing research, which is what I did. Preparing documents, $500 an hour. If you don't like my fees, don't do business with me. I could go on, but I hope that clears up some stuff. And hopefully we can get this shut down, because this is insane. I'm incredibly upset. And I hope we can put this to rest. I hope for the best for Teal Swan and all her staff and anyone that she's helped. I know she's helped me a tremendous amount. My life has turned a 180. You can just look at my YouTube. I attended the retreat in April 2021, and then you can just look at everything that I've done and produced since that time. Look at my Rumble account when I started posting, making videos. Look at my YouTube account when I posted. It was after April 2021. So, success story right here. Fuck what you heard. Bye.